A very good morning to all the students of class 4. My name is Prerna and I'm your English teacher. And today, from your English book Skyline, we are going to read chapter number 7. So, let us start reading this chapter. So, as I told you that this is chapter number 7 and the name of the chapter is Rumpelstiltskin. So, let us find out what the story is about. So, the introduction says this story is about an odd little man who saves the miller's daughter by spinning straw into gold. Let us read the story to know what happens to the miller's daughter and the little man in the end. So, this story is about a miller's daughter who is helped by a odd little man. There once lived a miller with his daughter. When the miller was at work all day, turning grain into flour, he loved nothing more than to think up tall tales to amaze people. One day, the king came to the town. In order to make himself appear important, he said to the king, "Your Majesty, my daughter is so clever that she can spin straw into gold." "That is amazing. If your daughter is so clever, she must come to my palace. I will put her to test," said the king. So now what happened? There was a miller. So the miller is the one who turns uh, who works at a flour mill. So this miller was very fond of cooking up stories. And why did he cook up stories? So that he could amaze people, he could surprise people. So once he saw that the king had come to his village, and he thought that now let me make myself let me look very important in front of the king. So what did the miller say to the king? That my daughter, she can turn the straw into glittering gold. So now king was a little surprised. So he said, okay, that's all right, that is very good if your daughter can do that. So you send her to my palace and I will see whatever you are saying is true or not. So the miller's daughter had to go to the king's palace at once. The king took her to a room piled with straw from floor to ceiling. He pointed to the spinning wheel into the middle of the room. He said, "Now get to work. By morning, you have to spin the straw into gold if you value your life." So now, this king's daughter, she had to go to king's palace, and you can see this entire room is full of straw. So the dried grass is also called as straw. It's brown in color. So now this entire room was filled with so much of straw. And the king told this girl that if you want to save your life, then you have to turn this entire heap of straw into glittering gold. So then what happened next? Poor girl had no idea how to spin straw into gold. "What will I do?" she called out to the air. "No one can do such a thing." Just then, an odd little man stood before her. "Did I hear you say no one?" he said. "You can spin straw into gold?" said the girl in surprise. "What do you want in return?" "Your ring," answered the man. The girl gave her ring to him. By morning, he had spun all the straw into glittering gold. Glittering means very shiny. When the king stepped into the room, he was very glad, but he wanted more gold. He asked her to spin a larger room full of straw into gold. He said, "If you succeed, I will marry you and you will become queen. But if you fail, you will be killed." So Now what is happening in this part of the story? Now the girl is sitting in that room which is full of straw, and she is wondering, how can I turn this straw into gold? It is not possible. No one can do that. It is just impossible. So while she said that no one can do that, you see a little odd man. So this little odd man, he suddenly appeared, and this little man said to this girl that I will spin this entire heap of straw into glittering gold only if you can give me your rings. This ring that you're wearing, you need to give that to me. So the girl agreed. She said, okay, fine. Here you go. You take my ring and you can turn this entire heap of straw into gold. So the odd man did it. But now the king, he wanted some more gold. So he again told the girl that there's more straw kept, and you have to turn even that into gold. If you are able to do that, then I will marry you and I will make you the queen. But if you are not able to do so, I will kill you. So obviously the girl was very scared. When the girl was all alone, the odd little man came in again and asked, what will you give me if I spin the straw for you this time? I have nothing left to give, answered the girl. So now the girl had nothing to give. So did the odd man ask for something else? Let's see. Then promise, said the man, to give me your first child if you should become the queen. She promised. Once again, he spun all the straw into gold. So now, this time, the odd little man told the girl that because you have nothing to give it to me, so the first child that you give birth to, you will give me that child. Now the girl had no other option, so she said, okay, fine, I will give you my first child. The king married the miller's daughter and she became his queen. A year later, she had a beautiful son, and she never gave a thought to the odd little man. But suddenly, one day he came into her room and said, now give me what you promised. So, what did the odd little man ask for? Their son, the king and queen's son. The queen was horrified. She became very scared. She offered the little man all the riches of the kingdom if he would leave her child. The queen began to weep, and the odd man pitied her and said, I will leave you for 3 days to consider. If you can find my name in that time, you shall keep your child. So now the moment this odd little man came to take away the queen's child, so she started crying. A weep means to cry, and she was really scared, and she obviously should not wanted to give away her child. So, looking at the queen crying so much, this odd man, he felt sorry for her. Pity means to feel sorry for someone. So he said, okay, fine, I will not take your child right now, but I'm giving you 3 days. I'm giving you a time of 3 days. In 3 days, if you can find out what my name is, then I will let you keep your child. So now, Queen had a difficult task in front of her. All night long, the queen thought of all the names she had ever heard and sent a messenger through to collect any new names. The following morning came the little man, and she began with all the odd names she knew. But at each, the little man exclaimed, that is not my name. So, all the names that the queen gave to the odd little man, he said, none of these is my name. So, all the names you've given me, they are not mine. On the second day, the queen got more names from her messengers. When the odd little man came, she told him the most curious and uncommon names she had ever heard. But he always answered, "No, that is not my name." So, even on the second day, the queen could not give the correct name of the odd little man. The third day, the queen did not know what to do. She put on her royal cape and walked outside the castle. "If I have peace and quiet, maybe I will think of something," she thought. The queen went into the woods. So this queen, she wore a cape. You know what is a cape? It's a long piece of cloth that you tie around your neck. So this queen, she wore her royal cape and she went into the woods. Into the woods means she went into the forest because she thought that, I need a very quiet place maybe to think about that possibly what could be the name of this odd little man. All of a sudden, the queen saw the light of a fire far away, and there was a voice that was hard to make out. So she could hear a voice, but she could not really understand what this person was saying. So she started moving closer. She stepped closer. In front of a fire, the same odd little man was dancing. Very quietly, the queen listened. As the odd man danced, he sang. So there was a song which this old man was singing. "Tonight, tonight, my plans I make. Tomorrow, tomorrow, the baby I take. The queen will never win the game, for Rumpelstiltskin is my name." So this old man was dancing that I'm going to be successful in my plan to take away the king's baby because the queen would never know that my name is Rumpelstiltskin. When the queen heard uh, that this, she was very glad. So the queen became happy because she heard the odd man saying his own name, for now she knew the name. And soon after came the odd little man and asked, "Now, my lady queen, what is my name?" The queen went through more names. "Is your name Yusuf? Conrad? How about Harry?" "No, 1,000 times no," said the man. "You are wasting my time. I will give you one last guess. Then that is the end." Well, so now the queen said, "Well, I am sure this is not right, but could your name be Rumpelstiltskin?" "Rumpelstiltskin!" yelled the man. "How could you know?" He was so mad that he stamped his feet. He stamped them so hard that a big hole opened in the ground and he fell right down into it. So, when you put your foot with a lot of pressure, you put it on the ground. So, there's a sound that you make that's like stamping your feet. So, this odd little man, Rumpelstiltskin, he stamped his foot so hard that a big hole appeared and the odd little man fell into it. And Rumpelstiltskin was never seen again. So, how did you like the story? And what is it that you learn? What is it that you have learned from the story? The most important thing is that never ever, you know, talk about something that you cannot do. Never ever lie about your skills. If there is a particular task that you feel that you cannot do, it's always better to say that it is not possible for you to do so, because if you say that, "Oh yes, oh I can do this, I can do that," it can put you into trouble. So I hope all of you enjoyed reading this story. Thank you so much.